Hello, good morning, and what's happening, you beautiful people of Atlanta's Westside? Welcome to the 26th Virtual Transform Westside Summit. My name is Benjamin Early.
Hello, good morning. My name is Ebony Ford. Welcome again, 26th Virtual Transform Westside Summit. We're getting up there. 26.
That's right. I know, it's been a minute, right?
Yes.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
Well, look, we got a great show planned for y'all this morning. Today's featured conversation is all about On the Rise Financial Center. Ebony, Absolutely. I know you're going to be anchoring that panel discussion later on.
I'm going to be the moderator for our panel discussion about, again, On the Rise Financial Center. Awesome resource that we have on the West Side. I think they recently just moved as well, so they're going to be in a position to offer even better services. So we'll hear about that later. We'll also hear from a couple of their actual clients that have worked with On the Rise Financial Center and can give us an in-depth view of the services that they offer. So we're up for a treat. We're going to let you know all about On the Rise Financial Center a little bit later.
Absolutely, and we're going to have the big man on campus, John Ahmed, joining us a little bit later in the show as well. But you know, we just getting warmed up, man. How you feeling? You loose? You limber?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You warm? Your blood flowing?
Yes, it is.
Well, if not, we got a special treat for y'all at home watching today. Today is time for our Mind and Body with Ali Fit segment, and today is brought to us by Miss Layla Howard. She is the founder of Fade to Yoga. She is a mobile yoga instructor. She will bring the spirit and power of yoga to wherever you are, be it an office building, your home, an event center, whatever the case may be, wherever you at, she will bring her gifts of yoga to bestow upon you. Absolutely. And she is in studio with us this morning. Miss Layla, how you doing?
I'm so good. I'm excited.
All right.
Everybody up and energized.
I love it. Thank you for joining us this morning. So just talk to us a little bit about what you do on the daily. So like, what are some of the things that clients can expect from you?
Yeah, I mean, I meet with clients who are rehabbing their bodies or who just want to get back in shape, maybe tone up a little bit, or just to relax and find some calm and peace in their day-to-day lives.
We all love that.
Yes. Well, I know you're here to, show us a few moves that we can use to help get our bodies nice and warmed up, nice and liberal to take on this fantastic Friday heading into our weekend. So I guess we can just let her have it real quick.
You're not gonna join me?
Miss Layla.
Oh, so the thing about it is, like, the denim ain't quite conducive
and
to,
the little dress pants.
You feel me? So I'ma let you. All right, you do your thing. All right, love you. Okay, thank you,
Miss Layla. The dress pants.
All right, so we'll just get started in a seat on your mat. You just come crisscross on your tailbone. We always like to start our yoga practice with a little bit of breathing and mindfulness. So just rest your palms on your knees. Close your eyes. Find a full breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and sigh out. Now seal your lips. Breathe in and out only through your nose. Let's do one together. Full breath in. And full breath out. Now if you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open and inhale, reach your fingertips up and overhead. Exhale, plant your right palm down to the mat and then hinge up and over so you find a little bit of a side bend just to energize and awaken your spine this morning. Now to deepen, you can open your heart up to the sky. Good. Breathe in and reach up. And then exhale, plant your left palm up and over. Spiral your top shoulder back a little bit. Good, now breathe in and reach back up to the ceiling. Exhale, we rock over our knees and come to stand on all fours. We'll get our spine a little bit warmer. Breathe in and arc up through your spine. We call this cow pose. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, round through your spine, drag your chin into your chest, and press the mat away. 2 times together. Inhale, belly down, heart high, and then exhale, round it off. One more time. Inhale to cow pose, and exhale, cat. Now tuck your toes, power up through your legs, and send your hips to the ceiling. We call this downward facing dog. Breathe in and look forward. Breathe out and tiptoe your feet towards the top of your mat. Bend your knees and roll all the way up to stand. So our morning practice wouldn't be complete if we did not salute the sun. So we'll do a couple of sun salutations. Great way to warm up your back and your hips. We start with your feet together. Breathe in and reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathe out and hinge at your hips all the way down, forward fold. And inhale, lift up halfway. So you'll slide your palms all the way to your thighs. Nice way to strengthen your core. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, and we've got to do our yoga push-ups. So we lower down to your belly, untug your toes, and then arc up through your spine. Full breath in here. Exhale, lower down. We'll find that one more time. Inhale, lift up, arc up. Good. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Push your hips all the way up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Now breathe in and look forward. Breathe out and travel your feet to your hands. Inhale, come to stand, mountain pose. And then exhale your hands together and at your heart. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in through your nose. And a full breath out. We finish our yoga practice with peace, with mindfulness, and connection with everybody. So I'll guide you through at the end of our practice. Take a full breath in through your nose. Lift your heart up to meet your thumbs. Full breath out through your nose. The love and the light within me sees, honors, and cherishes that love and light within you. And together we bow forward and we say in yoga tradition, Namaste.
Awesome.
How was it? Did you guys practice over there?
I did. It was.
I feel like, I feel kind of loose
Yes.
just watching. You know what I mean? I feel like I just want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do
Just
a little growth stretch real quick.
I can't do that.
To a T.
Yes. And lead to your tea.
That's your yoga in today.
Okay. And then stretch and yawn.
Miss Layla Howard, thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us.
Thank you for having me.
We're
Thank
looking
you.
forward to having you guys back. I mean, we love doing this, sharing the
Yes.
stage with Ali Fit, helping our community to stay fit, helping our community to stay engaged, and of course, expanding that feeling of community on the West Side.
Absolutely.
Moving right along, Miss
Yes.
Ebony, I know we got some announcements.
Yes, we sure do. First of all, I want to call your attention to our bulletin. I don't have one printed out today, so my apologies, but there is a PDF form, a PDF version on westsidefuturefund.org. You can view that, print it out if you want. Lots of awesome information in there, as always. I also want to draw attention to the Westside Future Fund mission. It is always, as always, to create a neighborhood that Dr. King would be proud to call home. Also draw attention to our board of directors. Awesome people we have supporting us here at Westside Future Fund. And then our actual team at Westside Future Fund that we have doing all kind of awesome work on the West Side. Thank you to both groups, and we appreciate your work. And also, as always, we are in the middle of a pandemic, so I do want to draw attention to the vaccine. And I know we talk about it and you hear about it, it's everywhere, everywhere, but it's very, very important.
Yeah.
And I know last time that we had the summit, I think 17 to 18% of Fulton County had been vaccinated, which, you know, is pretty good, but we got to work on that. I think now it's, is at 16.7%, so a little bit better. We're getting there, right?
And last time we were here, I was only partially vaccinated.
And now,
so, you know, I'm happy to report
yes,
the boy is now officially fully vaccinated.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? I'm 2 shots out.
Yes, 2 shots. And 2 weeks passed, or not yet?
Right. No, so I got 3 more days.
That's okay.
Yeah,
You're almost there. You're almost there. And I am also fully vaccinated. I think I'm a month past my second shot at this point.
Yeah.
And they're also rolling it out to the 12 to 15-year-olds.
Right.
I think my 15-year-old niece got her first shot the other day in Michigan. So it's really, it's real. It's here.
Yes.
So your 12 to 15-year-olds, make sure you get them vaccinated as well.
Absolutely.
I think me and Ben both went to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Of course, there are lots of options, lots of venues, but Mercedes-Benz Stadium right there on the West Side, huge. So that's a good look for you if you want to use them.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for us to get engaged, folks. If you're watching, you're probably watching on the internet, so go ahead and follow us.
Absolutely.
You know, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Be sure to follow our pages, like our pages. If you like the content that you're seeing this morning, be sure to like the video that you're seeing this morning, share it with all your friends, share it with your network. Let's help to really expand on our community, our sense of community over here, and share all of this useful and practical information that folks can get at the summits today, especially today.
Absolutely.
Again, talking about On the Rise Financial Center. So
Absolutely.
Go ahead, check in with us, And be sure to, go ahead and say good morning, drop a happy Friday, whatever. Just show us your feelings going into the weekend. We're excited to be able to commune with our fellow community members. That's what it's all about.
It's always awesome to have have these summits. They're on Friday. So just kind of get you ready for the weekend, get you happy, get you inspired. So we're happy to be here, and we're happy you're here with us. And we also want to make sure that you sign up for our Home Depot giveaway. And we also have a Goodwill of North Georgia giveaway. And the way that you sign up for that is go to Westside Future Fund, go to our homepage, go to the event spotlight, and click on RSVP, and do that by 8:15, and you will be entered in the drawing for a Goodwill of North Georgia gift card giveaway and also a Home Depot gift card giveaway.
That is a lovely thing.
Yes, it is.
Look, man, we talking about free stuff, man. You can never go wrong offering free stuff, especially from Home Depot, Goodwill. Man, come on, man.
Yes.
Go ahead and register if you haven't done it yet.
Please.
So you can go ahead and be one of our winners today.
Absolutely.
All right, moving right along. It's about time for our devotion. Today's devotion, we're excited. It's brought to us by Mr. Frank Williams. He is a coach and facilitator over at On the Rise Financial Center. He is the inaugural distinguished recipient of the Fannie Lou Hamer Award. He is a graduate of Syracuse University, where he studied African American studies and minored in political science. That's an educated brother right there.
Yes, that is.
And he has personally trained and has been certified as a human behavior consultant by Dr. Robert Rahm, founder of Personality Insights, author and former assistant pastor to Dr. Charles Stanley. You know, it's become our tradition to begin our meetings with a positive, inspirational message from a member of our community, recognizing that many in our community are driven by their spiritual faith to participate in the Westside revitalization effort. The time at the beginning of our meetings is an opportunity to share various inspirational reflections. While the speakers may articulate their personal faith, it's meant to be inclusive, inspiring, and meaningful, with the story of Nehemiah as our guide. Enjoy.
Hi. Let me start by thanking Westside Future Fund and On the Rise Financial Center management team for the opportunity to spend a few moments with you. I will share briefly from Nehemiah chapters 1 through 4 in the Bible. Before I begin, I ask you to join me in keeping Jerusalem in prayer, as conflict happening now threatens to turn the holy citadel to rubble. Let us start rebuilding, was the cry of the people who decided to help Nehemiah lift Jerusalem out of ruins. As soon as Nehemiah found some folks to assist in the restoration of his hometown, haters rose up mocking and ridiculing them, questioning their integrity. But the workers faced down their adversaries and continued till the wall was halfway built. They worked with all their heart. This only made the derailers angrier. So they plotted to fight against the builders and stir up trouble. To meet this threat, Nehemiah and the builders prayed and posted security day and night to guard against vandalism. Some of Nehemiah's allies began to doubt. Yet Nehemiah was steadfast, and after counting the cost, he reassured the fearful, saying, "Remember the Most High God, who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your homes." When our enemies hear that we are aware of their plot and that the Most High has frustrated it, we should remain on the wall. Listen for the sound of the trumpet. When you hear it, know that the Most High will fight for us. The sound of the trumpet may be freedom ringing, not just in Stone Mountain, but also on English Avenue. The sound of the trumpet might mean we have arrived at a time of jubilee, when everything promised in 81 is fulfilled in 21. We realize that we haven't always done everything right here in the Bluff. So we thank our great God that you are slow to anger and abounding in mercy. Vine City, you are the birthplace of kings. Let us be the beloved community Mother Moore dreamed of. Westside, I see future fun. Continue to build. We are on the rise.
Wow, Mr. Frank Williams, thank you for that wonderful devotion. I'm sure plenty of people watching were able to take something meaningful away from it. And right now, we want to go ahead and get you back engaged with us on social. Like I said before, be sure to drop a good morning, a hello, how you doing, some sort of Friday morning greeting. Just show us some love that you have for your fellow Westside residents as we watch this morning. And I know we're getting ready to go into our panel discussion now. We've got a dynamic panel here for you this morning. On the Rise Financial Center, we're going to be hearing from staff as well as clients who have benefited from the services that they offer. And just so you know, they offer free services, free financial services to historic Westside residents. So please, 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 y'all, go ahead and tap in with them, because they're helping to not only prepare people for home ownership, they're helping to prepare entrepreneurs for opening and scaling their businesses. They're helping to prepare you for retirement. We know retirement is a scary subject, especially these days, because it's not guaranteed. So if you want something that you can pass down to your children and your children's children, tap in with On the Rise Financial Center. They will get you straight. That being said, it's time for our panel discussion. Miss Ebony Ford, I'm going to toss it over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate it. And like you said, free. Free is just a word we've heard a couple of times today. So anything that's free and is good, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. So yes, without further ado, we are here for the panel on the Rise Financial Center. And I have, as Benjamin has said, we have staff. And we also have a couple of clients here that are going to give their story with their experience with On the Rise Financial Center. So first of all, we have here Miss Olivia Maxwell. How you doing, Miss Olivia?
Blessings to be here. Good
Amen,
morning.
amen. Thank you, thank you. Miss Olivia Maxwell is the new executive director of On the Rise Financial Center, and it has new in all caps. So because you are quite new.
I'm like 8 weeks in.
Oh my gosh, and you're already
real
here.
new.
And then put on the spot. I'll try to be easy on you, okay? I won't be too harsh on you.
Go, absolutely.
And we're so thankful for you to be here. A little bit about you. You're excited about reimagining the next level for On the Rise and curating key partnerships to enhance the sustainability of the historic Westside community,
Yes.
which of course we're all about that here at Westside
Yes.
Future Fund. Determination and positivity are great assets in forming strategic alliances. I agree with that. And you're also an avid researcher and ordained pastor.
I am.
And a proud mother of two.
Yes.
They should have put that one first.
I know.
The mother of
they
two.
should have. Especially since I had to get out and leave them in the bed.
I know. Well, thank you so much for
Yes.
being here. We appreciate that. So also we have Miss Tangela Nash, and she's a client of On the Rise Financial Center.
Absolutely.
And I had to make a couple of updates to your bio here, Miss Nash. Some
yes,
good
ma'am.
updates. So, I'll give you a chance to talk about that. But an overview, you are chef and owner of your own catering company, and you are currently expanding into your own food truck business.
Yes.
She just recently bought her food truck, her first food truck, because there will be others. And her company is called Spud Baby.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. And she is a resident of English Avenue. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. It's my neighborhood. And then also we have Mr. Byron Amos here. Hey, Mr. Byron, how you doing today? Good, good. He's a native Atlantan who has been involved in community organizing for over 20 years, has served as the chairperson of Neighborhood Planning Unit L and as president of the Vine City Civic Association. And he is a member of Beulah Baptist Church in Vine City, where he is a faithful servant on the trustee board.
Yes.
Sounds good, Mr. Amos. Thank you for being here. And first of all, Miss Olivia, just give us an overview of the services that On the Rise Financial Center kind of offers the Westside community?
Let me tell you, it's been such a blessing to join On the Rise. I really feel like if you were to tell me what my dream job would be, this would be it.
Wow.
This is the truest opportunity, in my view, to be able to really take what we see in society and take the opportunity now to really help people flourish and move into their financial best place.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we offer, first and foremost, I have to use this word, and I've been using it consistently, individualized. I keep saying that. I have to underscore that, literally write it in bold.
Yes.
We are an individualized financial. We do a lot of work with people for financial education, but in terms of our coaching and our counseling, it is individual. You cannot come in the same way, meaning some people come in, it's school debt. Other people come in, it's just choices around credit. Other people come in, it's no credit. So there's no way to really stipulate how long to get through our process, but it is that we're walking with you.
Yes.
So there's a difference. I don't know about you all. I will say shoe shopping is probably my addiction. But, there's a difference when you go in a store and you say, I'm looking for a black pair of pumps. And then someone's like, oh, it's in aisle 5. Versus if someone walks with you to aisle 5,
Absolutely.
shows you the array of pumps that are available, and then you pick it. And not only do they then say, hey, that's a good choice, they then walk with you back to the register to make sure you check out.
Oh, yes.
And then ask you on the way, is there anything else you'd like to buy? Right? So the notion of On the Rise is really that we're going to walk with you all the way. And I know that that's one of the things that's a very difficult process for some. It's very quick and easy, and you have everything lined up and we can get you through. But financial coaching is first and foremost what we do. Beyond that is, of course, the financial education piece. We do workshops, making sure that people understand what financial, sustainability is, making sure that they have access to wealth. Our goal is to make sure that there is wealth equity for all.
Absolutely.
And so in so doing, we also then, of course, offer, and all of this is for that really nice word. It's the 4-letter F word, free.
Yes.
Free.
Yes.
So 4-letter F word, free.
And
it is all for free. Join us anytime. You just have to you just have to do one step. One step. And this is the hardest step. And I will say that what makes us unique is the actual fact that we recognize that from a systemic perspective, as well as from an interpersonal and a psychological perspective, there is a lot of shame, there's a lot of blame, self and otherwise, that is attached to your credit and to your poor choices and or lack of choices as it relates to finances. We actually recognize that, and what makes us unique is that we're fully staffed with social workers that are also socially trained and understand psychosocial awareness and knowledge, such that we can help you bridge that. Like, let's break down some of those old narratives that you've been taught. We have people in our community who have been literally handed an apartment down from generation to generation, and we know that the true access to being able to have wealth is to have home ownership. So our main goal is to really figure out first and foremost, what is your goal? If you're coming first just to say you want to run a business, like we're going to hear from Tangela, then we're going to help you get there. If your goal is to own a home, we're going to help you get there. If your goal is simply to understand credit, we're going to get you there and get a better credit score. It's individualized. Whatever your goal is and you state that goal to us, we're ready to help you work towards it.
That is awesome. And you did mention entrepreneurship.
And entrepreneurship, yes, absolutely. Credit counseling. Absolutely.
So we're going to have some awesome examples of that.
Absolutely.
And I know we didn't really talk about this beforehand, but it kind of reminded me of it. So the home ownership part, of course, Westside Future Fund, I know you guys are big partners. How are you helping to facilitate, people buying homes in the area? Yeah, and so that's one of our biggest charges, and to be honest, one of the really blessings about being in this work. I'm actually a graduate of the Interdenominational Theological Center, and I came from Massachusetts in 2004, and I will tell you, I came and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy a home, and it is the only thing that I can fault my mother for in all these years, is that she said, you're a student, you really need to focus, and I thought, you know what, I probably do. And I didn't buy, but it was my biggest regret, because had I bought, and my street was going to be, I loved Magnolia and
Sunset.
Oh, yes.
That area is just, there's a beautiful view of the city. It was the most beautiful street.
Yes.
And my mother, we looked at homes, and back then in 04, there just weren't, it didn't look viable.
Yeah.
Right? For a person coming to a city that's strange,
Yes.
you're young, you don't have any other network or person around with
Absolutely.
you to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
And so it was this notion of no, but when I tell you, I feel like it's just God circled it back.
Yes.
That I can come back and help people own in the area that is so beautiful and bountiful
Yes,
with
it is.
culture and with, I mean, there's so much there.
It is.
So much life, so much love. And in particular, how we work with Westside Future Fund, we are you got to come to us. Come to us first. Let us get you, make sure there's a difference. And long before, there's been this kind of conflation, this notion that pre-qualification is the same as pre-approval.
Oh.
And we're actually helping to kind of dilute that and say, no, it's actually two different things. In the industry, when you are pre-qualified, it means that you've gone through an organization that has looked at everything that you will need for pre-approval. Our biggest mistake is oftentimes saying, oh my God, I love this house.
Yes.
And then running to the bank to say I need a pre-approval. And then running to the realtor, it's like, I'm ready to get in the house. And then the disappointment comes because you had not actually taken a step to make sure that you can be qualified to actually get the pre-approval.
Wow, no, I didn't.
So we are an agency that is a pre-qualifying, we're an empowerment agency, a financial education agency that's going to help you. And we're working very closely and thankful to be working closely with Westside Future Fund to be able to help everyone get ready for the point where when you get to the lender, it's a breeze through. Because we've set you up. We've
Yes.
got you everything that's needed. We've got your credit score situated. We've got you looking at budgeting. And it's not even just about getting in the home. It's about staying in the home.
Yes.
So it's one thing to get in it, but it'd be a whole other thing for you to get in it and then lose it
Yes.
a year later because you really couldn't afford it in the first place.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure you can actually afford it, that you can have sustainability in it, and then you can use it and understand what to do with our home ownership.
Right.
The true access to wealth is being able to take that home. Let's just say you bought a home at $100,000. Then what would happen a year later? It's worth $200,000. Do you know that equity, that $100,000 is capital for businesses?
Yes, it is.
That's capital that you can use. If your credit looks and is aligned, that's collateral to be utilized.
Absolutely.
So these are the things we're teaching. These are the things we're getting people to understand. These are the ways in which we're helping people to not only sustain in buying a home, but also sustain well beyond that.
Beyond that. And what you said about buying a house $100,000 and maybe a year later $200,000, it may sound
Absolutely.
like that's not quite possible. But
Oh,
on
but
the
it
west
is.
side,
On the west side.
they always
Oh.
say, and I think I had a video up on my Instagram and I was saying the hood's where it's good. I mean,
Yes,
it really, and that's not
yes.
mine now. That's NC8
Understood.
for anybody. Don't confuse it now. I'm
But
not taking
I also
credit.
think that
But-
that's it. That's it. It's I think oftentimes people don't look at the fact that those areas that are underdeveloped or underserved are actually the gems of every city.
Absolutely.
And they're the gems.
Yes, they are.
And so I'm thankful that we're developing a gem. And now I'm thankful that we're also letting legacy residents be able to stay in the home and the space that they've known for all of these
all
years.
of these years.
Yeah.
And I know that your whole staff is focused on, they have this same mantra that you have, okay?
Yes.
Like getting everyone empowered,
Yes.
getting everyone educated about their finances. Miss Brianna Childs, your
Yes.
intern. Yes. So we have a package and we're going to show that right now. Miss Brianna Childs, the intern on the Rise Financial Center.
Hi everyone, my name is Brianna Childs and I'm a social work intern here at On the Rise Financial Center from Clark Atlanta University. I've been interning here for about 1 year and my experience has been irreplaceable as I work as a financial coach at On the Rise. So the impact that I've had working here has been very important as I learn how to interact with clients. Financial education, I'm learning, is integral to everyone's livelihood and well-being, and we cannot ignore financial and economic growth and development when we're looking at other aspects of people's lives, like their mental health and their living situation and other situations that we're helping them with as social workers. So the biggest impact to me has been learning how to tie in finances and financial education to help people grow in that way, and that usually leads to growth in other areas as well. Some of the most common common misconceptions about finance, I feel like the biggest one is people don't realize that when it comes to money organization, the disorganization is usually what leads to a lot of bad financial decisions, not necessarily being in poverty or not having the money. So getting organized with your finances really brings about a lot of room for saving and growth, more than people realize. I think the most rewarding aspect about being a coach at On the Rise is just the idea that I am impacting a greater community and that I am helping a community grow and expand and develop, and making sure that they are not getting left behind with the other growth and expansion and development that is happening in the area. So I feel like being able to help a whole community by helping individuals is really impactful. And it has also been very rewarding to work with the staff and my team at On the Rise. We have a wonderful team and it feels like a family. So it has been a very excellent experience for me.
Miss Brianna Childs, that was an awesome package. She is really dedicated. She's helping. I like her. I watched the package yesterday as well. She seems really dedicated to the cause, so I appreciate that. And so now, moving forward in the panel, we're going to get to our actual clients here. Miss Tangela Nash. I know we spoke a little bit about you guys' bio before, but give me just a little bit background on who you are and what you do.
I am a chef. And I live in English Avenue. I've been there since '09.
Me too. We spoke about that earlier. That timing.
Yeah, I bought in '09. Yeah. And I just purchased a food truck. Wow. It's called Spud Babies, so you can follow me on Instagram. It's spud.babies on Instagram. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm super excited.
Very excited.
Thank you for the Westside. I did do their entrepreneurial class and went through the whole segment, working with the Urban League and with On the Rise. It was very helpful, I must say. It definitely puts you on track to get your business plan together. And by the time you finish the class, you have your understanding of the finances and everything that you need for your insurance, for your business, everything that really put me on the steps. And they follow through. They give you coaches that coach you through every step, and they follow up.
Yes.
Miss Beverly is definitely someone that would call me throughout the whole pandemic. She would email me, see where I was at in my plan on getting on the right track. So I appreciate them for that, awesome. Definitely.
So how did you come to be in contact with On the Rise Financial Center? Did you stop in there, or
No, probably something in the mailbox. Yeah. It's just I've been working with them for a few years.
Yes.
Yeah, for years.
I just said, let's come on back. Let's work on something else.
Work on something else.
I don't work on budgets.
So like the follow through, like you said.
Years. Yeah, they've followed up with me. I'm going to say about 5 years now.
Oh my God.
They have followed up with me. Actually, I had some tax issues and they paid it for me.
Well. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They paid it for me. So
the services.
I'm greatly appreciated to them.
Oh
definitely.
My gosh. Well, congratulations again on your food truck, Victor.
Thank you.
Is awesome. Like I said, first of many food trucks, right? Spud.baby.
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 Yep.
Okay. On Instagram.
Yeah. On Instagram.
Okay. All right.
Me,
everybody remember that. Go follow her. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much. And now we have Mr. Byron Amos. I think. Yes, I've read your bio. So just go ahead and tell us a little bit more in depth about yourself.
Well, I'm just a resident of Vine City, a legacy resident of Vine City.
Yes.
I came through ownership. I actually acquired my parents' home.
Okay.
So been there all 48 years of my life. The way I came about on the Rise is I have actually sent clients for your services. Had NPU meetings there. Never thought that would be a time that I would actually need your service. So, once I got the kids out of college and wife wanted a new paint on the wall, and I realized that she wanted the wall moved, I said, okay, let's look at a line of equity.
Yeah.
And so, always knew I paid my bills on time. I had financed 2 cars. I own a home. My credit was good. negative.
Right.
Once we dug into it, found out I had a couple of collections that I could pay at any time I wanted to, but they were still there. Credit cards was maxed out, although I was paying them on time. It was still a negative on the credit. So once I got past that stigma, you know, you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, and you don't talk about my money.
Don't talk about it.
So once we got past that stigma and actually connected with James, he put me on a plan. We paid off the collections first. We made some things happen, and we're still working. But within probably about 6 months, credit score jumped up 125 points.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, just by doing little things that you think you know until you talk to the people that really know. So yeah, that was really a blessing. So just happy, and like I say, we're continuously working. I was the hard-headed one. I didn't check in, so James left a couple of messages. I didn't return his call, so he emailed.
Okay.
They will follow up.
Asking for the date. He say, well, this is the date we're going for the check-in. So I'm very persistent, but persistent to the way of wanting to see you be better.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we spoke about entrepreneurship assistance. We talked about tax assistance.
Because we have a VITA, so we're a VITA site generally. I know we're in a new location now, so we were in the transition.
Yes.
But we generally have, and we work with the United Way to be able to have a tax site, a preparation site on.
Absolutely.
So that helped with understanding where the taxes were, what was due, how to be able to take care of those.
I think Westside has also referred Habitat to come paint my house.
Yes.
So
yes, I actually have that too.
Yes,
I have had
that was a blessing.
Well.
Thank you so much for that one. My house looks gorgeous. They did an awesome job.
Awesome job.
Yeah, and there's a plethora of resources that are available on the West Side. The one thing I love about not only the journey that we're on from On the Rise, we also are connected with Westside Works, and we're also connected with Chris 180. All of those being wraparound services, being able to basically embody all the resources in kind of one centralized location where we can know, okay, this is what's available. This is another opportunity to be able to assist the West Side residents, and in particular, we're loving it. And it's a call.
Yes.
This is not just, we don't get up every morning because it's a job and we just feel like going there. Everybody who serves out of a deep dedication to the community and being part of the community.
And I can see
we're not just in it. We are literally a part of it.
And I can feel that too, and I can see that. And I don't think people understand, not only is the West Side just an awesome, vibrant downtown, essentially, neighborhood, where else can you live in a neighborhood like that and just have all these services? Like,
that's so true.
You know, it's all the investing, you hear about it, you can actually see it. You can benefit from it. I went to Westside Works. I went to Priscolas. I went to, is the CDC Integrity. Just all of of course, my affiliation with Westside Future Fund, I'm paying my taxes. Do not forget about that. So where else can you live and have these types of benefits? So I just really want people to know that. But even just in being employed,
think about the wellness factor. Being able to live, one of the things about living in the area, having a walkable community, having access to amenities, your health is actually transformed. So there are huge additives that come that kind of amendment to having your home in the West Side. So we are dedicated to making sure that everybody, especially legacy residents who have lived there, have the widest opportunity to exist before, as we know. I mean, if we don't take advantage of it in the community now, others will see the benefit and will seek to be able to be in the community. So we need to now take the opportunity to say, yes, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
And that's one of my biggest fears, is that we, legacy residents, sometimes I'll say, don't really see the value. But I think we do have that connection to the West Side when it maybe wasn't the most desirable place to live. And because of that background, it kind of jades us towards the future or the potential. Whereas you have people with fresher eyes who will come in, and to them they're like, oh my God, we're downtown. We have the Belt Line, you got the stadium, you got downtown right there. So I want to, obviously, and that's why I'm here as well, I want to let people know that the West Side is just an awesome place to live. Please see the potential, because it is there, and I don't want anyone who wants a part of it to miss out. And the resources,
rich. And a lot of time for legacy residents, it's just that we simply don't
don't know.
Just don't even know.
We see, we understand, or it's just another program. We have been conditioned to live in the current environment.
Yes.
Right.
So when these programs come in, if someone like Westside Future Fund or someone like us actually don't go out and, as you said before, take that person by the hand and actually lead them, stop fishing for them and teach them how to fish.
Yes.
Then that's a
the
big
goal.
difference.
That's
So
the
that is
goal.
one of the things, is just making sure that the legacy residents not only know that the service is there, but know that it is a welcoming service.
Yes.
One that is willing to help you grow and learn. Right.
Yes, and know that it is for them. I think a lot of people sometimes they see all of the activity and all the investment going on in the neighborhood, and they may think it's for the newer
other
people
people.
coming in, other people.
It's for other people. It's just for someone else.
Yes.
And the notion, I think that's where self-love comes in, like recognizing, like, no, you're worthy. It is for this community.
Yes.
And that's the ultimate goal. I think the suspicion that naturally comes when anything is new, and anything seems like it's fresh, and there's an opportunity. The thought is something must be up.
Something must be up. This can't be right.
Somebody's up to something.
Too good to be true.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
And the reality is, no, this case, I can stake my whole self on it.
Yes.
This is really about trying to make sure that our legacy residents, the residents of the Vine City, Castleberry communities, English Avenue, have the opportunity to exist in home ownership, which is the truest path to wealth. If we were look statistically, the statistics state and show that home ownership for especially the African American community has declined even from the 1960s. In the 1960s, believe it or not, the wealth gap was actually smaller than it is now. And we're really seeking to close that wealth gap by ensuring that we have home ownership as a basis.
Yes.
So home on the West Side, come to On the Rise, go to On the Rise. I'm gonna
go ahead. Yes,
www.ontherisefc.org.
Yes, fc.org. I forgot the FC part. Thank you.
You can schedule your appointment right there. Just schedule your appointment. Go to the Contact Us page, schedule your appointment. That starts the journey. Your coaches will then go ahead, get you situated. I went on yesterday and was just checking on.
I did it today.
And believe it or not, I was just checking on one of my one of the coaches, and I said, hey, let me sit in on a session. And come to find out, my kid's preschool teacher was on there.
Oh my gosh.
I was so excited. She was doing her first session. And when she did her first session, I was like, oh my God. Yeah,
oh my gosh, that is
awesome.
awesome. Yes, and speaking of legacy residents, I think Benjamin has a package for us. Going to be playing for us. Social media first. Sorry about that, Benjamin.
Yeah, I think it's time for our social check-in, guys and gals, because we are inclusive here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's time for our social check-in. So whether you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on YouTube, or by any other means, go ahead. Like I said, definitely give us a comment, give us a hello, good morning. And tell us what you enjoyed hearing so far. I mean, we've already gotten some very valuable information from our panel this morning. So if you like what you're hearing, definitely check in with us and let us know it. Right now, we're seeing the Facebook stream from everyone watching. We've got Ms. Myra Walters. Thank you for joining. Mr. Byron Amos, who is in studio, brother. Appreciate you. The Miss Mabel Thomas, thank you for joining, ma'am. Miss Cheryl Lewis Cato, thank you for joining. Raising Expectations, now that's another dynamic organization. Miss Tangela and Maria Armstrong, they do fantastic work as far as helping our youth on the West Side prepare for school and prepare for their options beyond post-secondary. So thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Bob Dickinson, thank you. Chris Brown, not the singer, but appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for joining. All right. Roy Cogdell, thank you for joining. Miss Kathleen Bryant, thank you for joining. George, appreciate you, big dog. I'm going to holler at you a little bit later. Miss Gigi, thank you for joining, love. Everybody, we appreciate y'all, man. And this is what it's all about, right? So it's all about fostering a deeper sense of community, and social media is just one extra way for us to do that. And speaking of, we have a few questions coming from, folks watching. And so, Ms. O, I'm going to just toss this one to you.
Okay. Talking
about On the Rise Financial Center. If you could just explain a little bit about the impact of COVID-19 on what you guys are able to do in the community, the need for it. We already knew that there was more of a demand for it. On the West Side, we see everything that's going on as far as the revitalization, gentrification, all of these things. And so helping to put residents who have been in the neighborhoods their entire lives, been in the neighborhoods for a long time, like Mr. Amos said, legacy residents, helping these people to take advantage of the increase in property value that's happening on the West Side. How has COVID affected you guys? Has it impacted the business at all? And how has it affected your ability to impact residents?
Good question. One of the things that I like about COVID-19 is it made us realize some things, right? I don't care if you were a bishop or if you were a prophet. You didn't know this was coming.
No, you did not.
God was up to something. But I will say this. I do believe that COVID-19 had purpose in letting us know that we can go beyond boundaries.
Yes.
That the boundaries of doing it in person are now, we just switched and everyone used this word pivot.
Yes.
I would say that not only did it wasn't really so much as of a pivot as much as it was an add, and we were able to add and move towards the platform, which works. Think about it. Our childcare issues with trying to get coaching were diminished by the fact that now you can be coached and you can get coaching at home.
Virtually.
So it's actually a platform that we're going to expand upon and that we're going to use the full breadth of, and we're going to always be able to do, as this other word's coming up, hybrid. So now we will have in person, and we'll move to also having opportunity for coaching that is not just in person but also stay as online as well. So we'll always give that option and that viability because we recognize that it removes some of the barriers. So it was a great opportunity to move forward. In terms of just looking at COVID-19 certainly is going to have some ramifications for years to come. I mean, people have taken their eviction moratoriums, as well as you have moratoriums on mortgages, and people now have to figure out how to either catch up. So we're definitely going to be working to work with our partners, say in Westside Works, to see can we make sure that employability. I know, for instance, I just went and met yesterday and got some Zaxby's down the street at MLK, and she was like, "I'm looking for 20 people," and I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna put that in the pipeline, and we're gonna get you 20 people employed because that's what we'll need to do." Because people are going to need to employ up a little bit in order to now make up some of those necessities that were lost, time that was lost, and or finances that were lost. I think the stimulus has been amazing for people, and I'm praying that as those yield back, and as we say a yielding back even on unemployment, that people will start to level up as it relates to education and employment. So we're working to be able to go on the rise.fc.org, and then we'll be able to look at what the needs are. And we're able to work with our partners strategically to help people level up in several different areas. So not just financially, but if we can't help you financially, we're going to work with you with one of our partners to make sure that you level up either educationally, level up as it relates to job and job prowess and understanding your job search. So there's just a plethora of opportunities.
And also, like you said, COVID-19, we probably would not have even thought that we can do all this stuff virtually. So it kind of forced us.
It opened the window.
But look how many more people that you can reach.
Absolutely.
Just with internet access, you know, without them having to have childcare.
Absolutely.
Or a ride to get to somewhere in person.
And believe it or not, we're serving people that are even outside of the Georgia
gonna
area
say,
that have come in like, hey, can we get help?
Yes.
And absolutely.
Oh my
we're not
gosh.
turning away anybody who needs it.
So there have been some positives about coronavirus.
Absolutely.
Imagine that. Okay, I'm gonna thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate your thoughts.
Actually, Ebony, I got a few more questions for you.
Sure, go ahead.
So, Mr. Amos, you mentioned something that's very key, which is the passing down of property, right? Whether you purchasing from your parents or it's just handed down to you. One of the things that we experience as Westsiders and historically as African Americans in America is being excluded from that generational wealth where, you know, the foundation is home ownership. So talk a bit more about how important it was. We heard the process, we heard the actual story, but talk more to like the emotional and the benefits beyond just the financial. What does it mean to you to have had a property, first of all, to call home? Because a lot of people don't have that. And so to be able to then take that and go to your parents and say, hey, you know, folks, I want to buy this house and I want to keep it in the family. Just talk a bit about the importance of that to you.
So, you know, it's ironic because I have went through a wide gamut with the family home. I actually acquired the house because my parents passed, but at the same time had to come with agreement with some siblings on what to do with the house.
Right.
So just being in Vine City for so long and just watching us lose houses and lose property as a people because we move away from home, we don't want to deal with it, it falls into foreclosure, the banks get it, just all types of things. But for me, my dad had the foresight, not only did we have the house, we had a parcel of land beside the house. But you know, we saw the money, we stopped paying the taxes. I'm glad you brought up taxes. And we actually lost that parcel of land on the courthouse steps for probably a small percentage of what it's actually worth now.
Right.
So understanding that's when it became very important to hold on to the piece of dirt. Because there's no more dirt being created. Actually, it's being sucked up by the sea.
Yes, it is.
So,
Yes,
so
it
to
is.
hold on to that piece of dirt and for it to be the family home, for it to be the place that I was able to raise my 4 kids, now 3 granddaughters, have a place to call our homestead, to come back to. And then also to know that if anything happens, we always got that collateral. We always got that nugget that we can live off of or do something with to ensure that we can move forward in the future.
Absolutely.
So it was very important to claim and make sure that homestead, the Amos Ranch, stays in the family.
Yes, absolutely.
and keep moving forward.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what actually drove me to make sure that
that's
it stays
excellent.
in the family.
And I think that is key because when people pass and then the houses just kind of sit there, the banks get them, and then they're going to take it, put a few thousand in it, and sell it for an astronomical price. And I mean, that could have been the legacy homeowners, or at least the heirs of the legacy homeowners that benefited from that. So that is very, very important. Do not let these houses go, you know, when family members pass on. Make sure you try to hold on to that. That is key. So we're getting ready to kind of wrap the panel up, and I just want final thoughts from everyone. You just gave very good thoughts, so I'm going to start right here. Miss Olivia, just final things you want everyone to know right there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is recognizing that all of us have had opportunities, made choices or lack of choices, but the first thing is to do something about it. You really can't keep staying in the same space and doing the same thing and expecting time to change your circumstance.
Absolutely.
You have to determine to get up and at least make a phone call or get online and say, I'm going to start the journey. It's not easy. Tangela and I were talking about it earlier. It's not easy. It doesn't mean that all your problems go away because you have a home and because you now have begun and you got your credit counseling. It's work.
It's going to be work.
But the reality is, even if it's stuff that makes you feel bad, we're equipped to help you recognize that even though it wasn't the right decisions, or that I shouldn't have bought so many pumps, or I should have not used I should have paid my credit card on time. Don't feel ashamed, but move past that and move into a new future. And don't stop there. Don't stop at just owning the business, but move beyond that. Let's see how much we can put in IRAs. Let's see how much we can move forward. Let's see if we can acquire rental property. Let's move forward. And I think we're here for it. We're here for the journey with you. And I think it's a collaborative. The other thing I'd say is just knowing that Westside Future Fund, I think I've heard so much since joining I have to underscore it, just 8.5 weeks ago. Westside Future Fund is oftentimes, I just keep hearing, they're buying up property. Yes, but it's for the community.
For us.
And take away this notion that something, is transpiring and happening that's alter to what you desire. It's actually being bought so that the profit margin is none.
Yes.
It's for the community.
Absolutely.
It's for you to be able to own so that you can have a jump start to financial wealth and well-being down the road. And so we just want to be able to remove the fear, remove the stigmas, like you said earlier, Mr. Amos, and I like that, and just be open to coming in the door and letting us help you to be able to see that your life can move from where it is now to an absolutely positive future.
Absolutely. Do not let your past stunt your growth or define you.
No,
right?
Don't let it.
Absolutely. Snash?
Well, I would love to say thank you.
Oh.
Westside Future Fund has been they've been a big part of my life. They've helped me a lot. Home ownership was something that I decided to do on the West Side.
Yes.
I saw the growth. You could see where we're located
You
at.
saw the potential.
I saw the potential, and I took advantage of it. And I'm just so happy that these guys have helped me continue on with my growth in the neighborhood,
And wasn't it painless? It was painless. It was relative.
No, it's not been painless. My house was built in 1920. It has not been painless. And I've done it all the it's been worth it.
It's been worth it. Yes, and that's
because
what
it's an
matters.
awesome neighborhood. Look where we're located at.
Yeah.
I look at back at the Coca-Cola building every morning.
Every morning.
So it's like,
The Beltline.
we look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. we're in a perfect location.
They just broke ground for the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the hotel.
So I know I'll never leave it, and
I don't see
I'm gonna definitely have generational home ownership for my grandchildren.
Absolutely.
So definitely, I love it.
Thank
I
you.
love the neighborhood, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just very quickly, I want to talk to the community. It is simple. We all have money. No matter how you get it or how you have it, you have money. The decisions that you make with that money is actually what guides you. If you stop and look at all of us who are paying rent, I would go on a limb to say your rent would be more than your actual mortgage.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So only a few steps of going to On the Rise, helping them sit down with you, figure out your financial plan to get to financial freedom would be well worth it to get you out of that apartment, making someone else rich with your hard-earned money. So I just say to all of you, all of my friends, neighbors, cousins, and everyone else that I know, stop by On the Rise. Jump online if you can. You got a phone. You do everything else on the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Go on the website and start your path to financial freedom.
Yes.
And I would definitely say, please take the entrepreneurial class that they have, because when I tell you the coaching, they have a coach for everything
Step of the way.
that's going to guide you to whatever business you're trying. I mean, I was the only restaurant in the class. I mean, you had people with cleaning services in the class, people that wanted to start daycares in the class, and they will guide you, and they follow through.
Yes.
It's not like they just show up one
drop
day
you off.
and tell you this, this, and this. No, they're going to call you, they're going to email you, they're going to text you. They're going to do all of it to make sure you're staying on the plan that you're supposed to be on.
That is awesome.
And I love it.
And it's your plan, which is
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
and they make
Individualized.
sure it's your
Yes.
plan.
I said that earlier.
It's
Yeah.
individualized and it's customized based on what you tell us you want to do. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to walk with you through the goal that you
Definitely.
want.
That is
Definitely.
excellent.
Yeah,
On
it's
the
amazing.
Rise. On
Yes,
the Rise
we're on the
Financial
rise.
Center. Thank you so much, Ms. Olivia Maxwell, new
Thank
director
you.
of On the Rise Financial Center. Clients, Ms. Tangela Nash, Mr. Byron Amos. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And now I'm going to toss it to Benjamin. Benjamin, what you got for us?
So we just heard it from our panel. They alluded to it. Home ownership is important. Being able to stay in your neighborhood that you love and know is important. There are a lot of people on the West Side right now seeing the buildings being built, seeing the new properties being developed, and they're fearful, and justifiably so, because historically, especially black folks, we've been pushed out of our neighborhoods whenever there is an economic boom that's happening locally. And so one of the things that Home on the West Side is doing, Westside Future Fund's affordable housing program, like Ms. O mentioned, is providing an avenue for people who are from the historic West Side to afford to remain in the historic West Side. And one of the ways that they do that is through affordable housing for renters, for homeowners, as well as the anti-displacement tax fund for legacy homeowners. So there are 3 different levels. Everybody can benefit. The point is, you have resources. You're not alone in this fight to stay in your neighborhood. We know what's going down. Everybody that's from the West Side knows what time it is on the West Side. And so we encourage you, take advantage of the resources that are here for you. And with that being said, I had the pleasure of being able to welcome a family into the 395 James P. Brawley redevelopment that we just broke ground, well, not broke ground, but we just did the ribbon cutting service for a few weeks ago. And here's that package. Enjoy.
one night I said, this it came out of nowhere too, because it was like, have been waiting.
Worth the wait?
I definitely worth the wait. It's just moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. I have to wait for God to move in the right spot. So I do believe this is the right spot. The West Side, that's my side. I always listen to the people, even people when you know they don't have it, but they try to give it to you because they see your signature. That's my side right there. That's God. That's what I need. But to have some place, decent to live in a place that you want to be, you know, where you want to be.
Westside is the best side.
Yeah.
Wow, great video. That's our own Benjamin early did that video of the Clarks moving into 395. We're really proud of that multifamily and the folks moving into it as part of our home on the West Side. I'm John Amman. I have the pleasure of leading the Westside Future Fund. And I want to just give a few closing remarks as we get ready for our next segment. But I first want to just say thanks to everyone that participated in the show. I think it's important to name people. I want to thank Benjamin and Ebony. They're doing a great job hosting our show. Also want to thank Layla Howard, who started us off with some yoga, and as well as our folks on the did our devotional, Frank Williams, and then our new director of the On the Rise Financial Center, Olivia Maxwell, along with Byron Amos and Tangela Nash. And I know we're going to be hearing soon from our musical guest, Solosphere. So, thank you all for making the show today. And I also want to thank TMPAV. We're at their Sanctuary Studio, along with Lucid Communication. In the beginning of our show, we shared our vision statement for the Westside Future Fund. How do we help develop a community Dr. King would be proud to call home? And for me, there's a lot of policy things we do to help deliver a community Dr. King would be proud to call home. But I think the more important part about that is the heart part. Because Dr. King talked a lot about the beloved community, where people lean into one another out of a sense of spiritual love, agape love, to help one another. And I think in the program today, I saw that everyone that's participating, the love they have for their fellow and the love they have for helping people do better on the West Side. And one of our signature programs, our signature program for the work on the West Side is our Home on the West Side program. And our Home on the West Side program, thanks to a lot of financial support, both philanthropic and low-cost loan funds, we're able to deliver low-cost, high-quality rental as well as home ownership. And we partner with the On the Rise Financial Center you heard this morning, in terms of them getting people ready for home ownership. But those that get ready for home ownership, one of the things the Westside Future Fund is able to do is offer down payment assistance. And we offer up to $60,000 of down payment assistance to help buy down that mortgage, along with leveraging funds from the city and Atlanta Housing. And Olivia said earlier, the Westside Future Fund, we probably own about 130 single-family lots that we're developing, but that's all to deliver to the community because real estate prices are rising fast. And we want to, through our community retention guidelines, ensure people with a connection to the historic West Side are first in line for those homes. We need financial support to keep it moving. So one of the things, if you're watching, and one of the ways you can help us and help the collective work is to donate. So I think we're going to bring up a slide that says if you would like to donate to the work of the Westside Future Fund to our Home on the West Side program, please do so, because those philanthropic gifts keep us going. They allow people like the Clarks to move into the permanent affordability of 395 or other homeowners to come into the neighborhood. And so I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming out to the show this morning. And I think next we're going to bring up Benjamin back again, right? Which way am I looking? To Ebony. All right, yes. Ebony.
Yes.
And I think we're going to announce our guest.
Yes, our drawing.
Right. Well, great job.
Our drawing winners. No problem.
I'm going to be able to kind of just watch this from home pretty soon. You guys got it.
No. We must have you here.
All right.
We appreciate you.
So I'm going to exit.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Thank you, Ebony.
So. No problem at all. So yes, I am here to announce thank you so much, the winners of the drawing. So of course we have Home Depot has invested millions of dollars on the West Side to create an equitable environment for everyone, inclusive of everyone who wants to be a part of the West Side. And they're also giving a gift card away today. And the winner for the Home Depot gift card is Miss Janethia Beasley. Again, Miss Janethia Beasley, you have won the Home Depot gift card. Congratulations. And also, Goodwill of North Georgia is also giving away a gift card today as well. They're building a new location on Metropolitan Parkway. And as some of us may or may not know, Goodwill does not just do stores, awesome stores actually with awesome inventory, but they also are in the business of helping people to get jobs. So moving over to our part of town, they're going to help people on the west side to become gainfully employed. So we're very thankful for their contribution. And they are also giving a gift card away today. And the winner for the, Goodwill of North Georgia gift card is Miss Gloria Dorsey. Again, that's Miss Gloria Dorsey. Congratulations to both of those ladies. And now, without further ado, I'm going to toss to Mr. Benjamin. Benjamin?
All right, thank you, Ebony. I'm very excited about this next segment. This is time for our Westside Rising Vibe, which is a platform for local creators, regardless of their medium, to show their talents on a full-scale stage, to be able to expand their network and to be able to expand their audience, while also going back to fostering that tighter sense of community here on the West Side. And today, I'm excited, man. Look, we got some talent today. We got some heat today. I'm joined by singer, songwriter, and ukulele player, Miss Solar Sphere. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Benjamin, for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk a bit about what you got going on. We know you're a Houston native, but you're in town. You got a few shows throughout the weekend. Just talk a bit about what you got going on this week.
So I have a few shows this weekend, and hey, I'm a traveling singer and ukulele player. That's really what I'm gonna stamp on my name now.
Okay. That's on your passport.
It's on my passport now. So yeah, we have a few shows tomorrow and tonight.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So talk a bit about how you got into music. Like, what's your thing as far as discovering your passion for it? How did at what age? Talk about that type of stuff.
So I was in middle school and I looked up to Aaliyah and I looked up to Sierra as well, just aligning with dancing and singing.
Yeah.
And I told my parents, I want to be that.
Yeah.
And they said, well, you can be that. But, have a plan B, do something in the health field because there's always a job. I said, okay. So going throughout just school, I've been focusing on health and been putting music on a back burner. And then when I graduated, I came back home and I began performing and realized that, like, my voice is powerful and there's so much power in words and voice. So really stuck to that.
So what's been like the highlight of your career to this point? Like, we know you've had a few stages that you've graced, a few performances that you've done in a variety of places around the country. So talk about like what's been like some of the most impactful, monumental moments for you along your journey.
Just the reaction that I get from those listening and those that are just hearing me. I feel like I can't trade that for nothing. And just knowing that, just discovering within myself as a singer and singing, just discovering like, you have a voice, everyone has a voice and it deserves to be heard. I think that's really just the biggest thing for me, just on this journey, is just sharing my light and also just knowing that I have that light within me, so.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna let you do your thing, man.
Right.
Everybody enjoy Miss Solar Sphere.
Thank you.
Take it away.
All right. I gotta breathe who I see. I gotta breathe the stress away. You gotta breathe the stress away. I gotta breathe the stress away. You gotta breathe out today. I don't know why I do this to myself. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. I don't know why I do this to myself. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. Yeah. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. I gotta breathe out today. I need to escape. Come into this place where I see light. I see you, I see me. Help me, please. I just wanna sit here and feel. Can you feel the circumstances that we're in, man, they can really be stressful. But just hold on to your light. Yeah, I know that it's a fight. Just know in your heart and your mind that we'll be alright, right? Life sure as hell looks really good on all of you. So just keep your light and please let it shine. You gotta breathe the stress away. You gotta breathe the stress away. Yeah, I gotta breathe the stress away. Today, I don't know why I do this to myself. I gotta get up and breathe stress away. I don't know why I do this to myself. I gotta get up and breathe the stress away. Breathe the stress away. Breathe deeply. Breathe. You gotta breathe the stress away. I am sleepy. Breathe. I gotta 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 breathe. I feel like I need to escape. Come into this place where I see the light. I see in you. I see me. Help me, please. I just wanna sit here and feel. You gotta breathe the stress away.